Good afternoon, everyone. For this activity, I apply X-means clustering algorithm to the price runner dataset, which contains 35,311 instances. The main advantage of X-mean is that it can automatically determine the optimal number of cluster, unlike the K-means where the value of K must be set manually. In this run, the algorithm completing one interaction and finalize 4 clusters, indicating that this number provide a good balance between model complexity and clustering quality. Next, I analyze the cluster center to understand the characteristics of each group. These results show that the clustering is mainly driven by ID value, such as product ID and merchant ID. Cluster 1 has the lowest ID value and likely represent the earliest entries in the dataset. Cluster 0 and 3 contain medium to higher product IDs, which suggest middle to never data entries. Cluster 2 stands out because it has a very high average merchant ID, indicating a specific group of high ID merchants. In terms of distribution, Cluster 3 is the largest with 41%, while Cluster 1 is the smallest with 12%, showing a fairly balanced result. Overall, X-means successfully grouped the data into 4 clusters, but single clustering based on ID attributes, it slightly reflects data ordering rather than meaningful product behavior. Furthermore, for this activity, I use the simple K-means algorithm on the price runner dataset with 35,311 instances. Unlike X-means, the number of clusters was manually fixed at 4. The algorithm required 28 iterations to coverage, which show that several adjustments were needed before the cluster center stabilized. The final victim cluster sum of square errors was 1708.37, indicating that the data points are relatively close to their cluster center. Looking at the final cluster centroids, the clustering is mainly influenced by ID values such as product ID and merchant ID. Cluster 0 contains the lowest ID values and likely represent yearly database entries. Cluster 1 has the highest product IDs, indicating newer products, while Cluster 3 stands out with a very high merchant ID, representing a group of high ID merchants. The cluster distribution is fairly balanced, with Cluster 0 being the largest at the 33% and Cluster 1 has the smallest at 18%. Overall, simple K-means successfully group the data, but the result mainly reflect data ordering rather than meaningful product behavior.